Hi, everybody. It's Amber for Tune In Tuesday for Hope, Healing Our Past Experiences, where we discuss tough stuff, answer your questions, and share stories of hope. And so, as we continue on talking about how April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month and also Child Abuse Awareness Month, I had another thought I wanted to share with you. And I was asked in an interview this last week of why I kept seeing or why I kept thinking that children being abused keeps going on, and sexual trauma just keeps going on. And I really think that it comes back to pornography and those original thoughts that happen with that. Some people want to excuse it away by saying, well, that person had been violated, so therefore that's what they knew, and they just kept going on. Well, they had to have a plan, and they had to make a choice. And not everyone who is abused or traumatized through sexual misuse and all these things go on to be pedophiles, go on to be harm hurters here. That you have a choice to either hurt or you have a choice to help. And so I just want to challenge you with that today and kind of give you some food to thought to chew upon. And so one of the things I teach about or go and speak about all over is the parallel between pornography and how perpetrators have a plan. And I just want to share with you just a little bit of a nugget of that today. And so whenever the original thought is placed, you have a sexual thought that comes. And so that's the same for a perpetrator or for somebody who is addicted to pornography. And so what I'm sharing with you today is just the four steps of a perpetrator's plan, and also how that parallels, like I said, with somebody who's addicted to pornography. And so when that original thought has been placed and it's just not enough anymore, they begin to obsess about it or begin to fantasize about that thought. And that will go on for, there's no set amount of time. And, it depends on the age of the perpetrator. It depends on their sophistication and their maturity. It sounds really horrible to use those words. But those who have been doing this longer, they have fine-tuned their skills. And so whenever that obsession, that fantasy is no longer working for them, it's kind of like a snowflake that just keeps gaining momentum. So snowflake begins to snowball. Then it begins to just keep going on to the point that it causes havoc and it's an avalanche at the end. And that's where the pain and the hurt comes in. But let's go back to the obsession, the fantasy. When that's no longer enough, then they begin having a release to that. And another way we could put that is self-satisfying. And so whether kids are watching my videos or things, those who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. And for me, it was one of the most disgusting things for me to think about, that my dad would have been self-satisfying himself towards thoughts of his daughter. How perverted is that? But I know that that's not unique for my family, nor is it unique for your perpetrator, nor is it unique for those who are addicted to pornography. So if that has not disgusted you enough, let's go to the fourth step of a perpetrator or somebody who is addicted to pornography. Now, the first one is, the original thought. They begin obsessing or fantasizing about that thought. They have a release towards that thought or that sexual, image in their head, or that person, or that tendency that they have, whatever turns them on. And when that is no longer enough, or you are no longer enough, because girls, guys, if it's whoever's watching the pornography in your bedroom, you will no longer be enough. Like, you can't compete with that. But when this is no longer enough for them, then they begin seeking a victim. Now, the only thing that makes the difference between somebody who is addicted to pornography, being that fine line of going on to being somebody who is sexually harming somebody else who didn't have a choice in that, is this right here. That's no longer enough. That means they start seeking out opportunities to act it out. I hope that you're catching me here, because so many people want to dabble in pornography and think, well, I just use that in my bedroom, or it's just between my husband and I, or I don't really watch it that much. But the thing about pornography is that once it's in your mind, it is really hard to erase those images. And so unlike another addiction of, say, heroin, you take heroin away and you're going to have those withdrawals, and you don't have another fix unless you have heroin. But pornography, it's one of those things you can't just take it away. It's in your head. It's in your mind. And so you have to want to be done with it. You have to be disgusted by it. You have to know that there is no good going to come out of watching pornography. Only bad things come out of watching pornography. Whether you realize it or not, the girls that are being making the videos, it's not that they want to make the videos. A lot of them are drugged. A lot of them are trafficked. But the only reason that pornography sells is because, hello, there's a market for it. So, you kill the market, then you cease the production. And I would love to see a society that would uphold that and have integrity. So I really hope that you just link arms with me. You really grab a hold of this message of how fine a line it is between really just dabbling in pornography and somebody no longer having enough in that aspect. And so for me, it's a very black and white issue, or a dark and light issue, so to speak. It's either light and it's good and it's pure, or it's dark and there is no good, And so I just want to challenge you with that today. If you know somebody who could really use this message today, encourage them, give them some food for thought, please like and subscribe to the channel. Help spread the word, and let's share hope with the nation and with the world. I will see you all again next week. Thank you.